Jamaicans are not loyal to you. Me a Jamaican, you are a Jamaican. They were loyal to you, they would never chop you. If they were loyal to you, they got your money already. But did you get your money? You don't get no money. In Bolt, the GOAT. You have been the greatest biological specimen ever graced track and field. In my life, Usain, I don't believe I'll ever see another specimen that will grace track and field the way you did it. You are the GOAT, the greatest of all time. This video is about how them chop you. Because while you were running and bringing glory to Jamaica and the world, there were a few who were sitting at the side and said, tell you what, hey, it's time to eat a food. Meaning that they have to get paid off your greatness. You see me? My brother, you got chopped, scammed by a few elites who understand the system that you don't.
In this video, we take a look at this message that was sent to Usain Bolt by one of the brothers of the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness. This is a form of a critique and an advice to Usain Bolt on his loss in this investment scheme. So let's watch the full video and we'll come back here and talk more about it. But before we watch the video, if you haven't yet liked this video, kindly like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Let's watch the video together.
As you age, your brand will lose luster. It will lose effectiveness, and guess what? Nobody will know you. As the generation shift, you will become unrecognizable. So therefore, my brother, run while you have the time, run while you have the fame, run while you have the name. You say, my brother, stop sitting down in Jamaica and talk about you're loyal. It's a global world. They are not loyal to you. All they want to do is rip you off. So you say, I know the man them chop you. I know you got scammed. And it feels bad to lose 12 million US dollars. And your griping is painful. But you see, the Bible says, there's safety in the midst of wise counsel. Glenn Mills was a great counselor to build your body. But you never had no mentor and counselor to build your mind. So therefore, when you left track and field, and even during track and field, you never have the experience or know-how how to manage that kind of money. And because you don't know how to manage that money, remember, whenever the lion hunt, you say, the hyenas are ready to steal. So in this video, you say, I'm gonna try to argue the point that, tell you what, although you've lost $12 million, you basically can gain $1 billion. But you have to shift your mindset. Your mindset determines your asset. And your attitude determines your altitude. Sell SSL assets and free up some money. But it seems like you now get back your 12 million. You see my brethren and my countryman. It is wise when a man rises to a certain economic level that he move away from the people he grew up around or people with certain kind of thinking. So you moved up now from the average man and you went up to uptown now, around uptown people, rich people, powerful people. But what you fail to understand, you saying that uptown people literally own the most of Jamaica. They are coming from the colonial class, the planter class, and basically the British class. And what you fail to understand that when you go further uptown, the people complexion are lighter. And because the complexion are light, and I believe maybe other sports. But similar to me, Usain Bolt, as black men, we are programmed to be mentally weak. Case in point, we are programmed literally to hate ourselves. This is why many artists would sing songs that they love the brown in. This is why when many of them move up, they go and marry or date a lighter skinned woman. You see it all the time. This is why our youths kill each other so much, because we are programmed to hate each other. So what's happening today is what was happening on the plantation. There's a saying, Usain, the best place to hide money from black people is to put it in a book. Also, they say the best way to exploit a black person is to let them sign a contract without proper oversight. Usain, Puma signed a deal with you. I don't know what percentage you get off each shoes that being sold. I don't know. I know when I look at Michael Jordan's contract, in 1987, Michael Jordan will get 5% off each shoes sold. Michael Jordan's sales in Nike now is 11% of Nike. And Michael Jordan last year, I believe he made about 300 million US dollars. Now, based on my comparison, you saying you are greater than Michael Jordan, you dominate 3 Olympics, and you have been global. However, the man them chop you. Why? If you have been greater than Michael Jordan and you have global appeal, how come I don't see a Puma shoes with a lightning logo on it, where you maybe get 10% off every sales? Talk to me, Usain. And when I went online, Usain, all I saw is the same, what they call it, sailorman shoes. You know, the one there where has a Jamaican flag and you don't have many varieties? That's the shoe I saw. What happened to the different releases like what Michael Jordan has? Every year you saying you should have a different release. How come it's only the same design you have when you have accomplished greater than Michael Jordan? And Usain Bolt, Virgin, where your shoes there? Where your shoes there, Usain Bolt? Me not say none of your shoes there in a Puma store. So therefore, my brother, I am critiquing you again. Me a pick on you again, although me not pick on you, but me have to pick on you because somebody have to pick on you. If you look at Michael Jordan, he has the Jumpman separate from Nike, and the sales are big on the Jumpman. So where's the lightning strike from the Puma brand in all the stores? What about your apparels, your shorts, your clothing? Usain, if you don't have your separate brand and logo and control the rights to your lightning strike, then you get chopped, brethren. The man them chop you. So you're sitting in Jamaica and SSL chop you 12 million US dollar and you griping. Yes, you're griping because a lot of money. But look at it, Usain Bolt. You've been chopped billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. Think about it. You have been the greatest. So how come we don't see all of those shoes, just like MJ shoes, all over the place? It is very painful to know that they chopped you $12 million. It is very painful to know they ripped you off.
The Jamaican government is asking for patience amid the unease surrounding the Stocks and Securities Limited SSL fraud case. The appeal follows a Gleaner story on Thursday, which noted the frustration of 8-time Olympic champion Usain Bolt, whose company's account was allegedly defrauded of $12.7 million US dollars. More than 200 clients have been affected. Bolt's attorney Linton Gordon said the former athlete is shocked and disappointed at what he says is the lack of updates.
But Usain, in the midst of that sad story, that pity party, I have not seen you come out and introduced your new Puma release. While you're hurting financially, my brother, the world is empathizing with your ripoff. In the meantime, Usain, what you fail to understand, there is no bad publicity. So while you're having a pity party talking about the ripoff of the countryman, Usain, you have not introduced your new shoe line, which would have made you about $100 million in the same time. Therefore, the deal you have with Puma is not a good deal. They are chopping you. Yeah, let me talk about that. Because every year you should have a new release. Don't you see Apple have a new release every year? Don't you see Samsung have a new release every year? Don't you see Nike have a new release every year? Don't you see Jordans have a new release? So how come you, the greatest, the GOAT, have no new release shoes every year? Somebody's chopping you, my brother. I'm talking truth. Think about it, Usain. Usain, think about your branding, Bridget. Think about your branding. Your branding is so powerful and so global. And you there whining about $12 million when you got chopped $1 billion somewhere from the big company who has not given you an exclusive right to have your brand sell like Michael Jordan shoes. What's going on right there? Talk to me, Usain. Look at it from a different point of view. You, Usain, have won about 3 or 4 gold medals in London. Usain, my brother, how come you don't have a penthouse condominium overlooking the city of London. Talk to me, Usain. You now have gone to China and won so much brand you have and the global appeal and the $1 billion you have not made and can make. Should have given you condominiums all over those places. So Usain, every year you go down and spend a month and show off your brands. Show off your brands and you make a lot of money, Usain. Usain, remember, Africa has 1.5 billion people. And by 2050, Africa will have 2.5 billion people. Usain, why don't you come down to Rwanda, Usain? Rwanda has a 8% GDP growth for the past 7 years. Usain, you can buy a nice, beautiful condominium or a nice house overlooking Ribera and overlooking Nyamirambo, the beautiful nightlights like the African Beverly Hills. Talk to me, Usain. And if you come there, and many other athletes need to come down to Africa, because what happens? You need to inspire the African youths. They need inspiration. You guys are so caught up in the Western world and become so island-minded. That is why they're chopping you guys. They're scamming you guys because you guys have become comfortable. Usain, my brother, I just saw Michael Jordan with his $70 million jet, private jet. Usain, how come you got no private jet? Think about it, Usain. You got no brand release every year. Michael Jordan have various styles. Only one style or two styles of you I saw. Because what you say, as a global brand, someone has compartmentalized you and regulated you to an island brand. Somebody has regulated you to a countryman. So what happened there? They are pigeonholed you into an island and a Western part when everything is global. Look at all of those Fortune 500 companies. Where do they make most of their wealth? Overseas, my brother, overseas. And you are there comfortable in the island, make them chopping you and crying over $12 million when you can make $1 billion. Michael Jordan 5% with Nike in 1987. He's still getting chopped. I believe 10 and 50% is a good deal to get off every shoes that has been sold by Nike. I believe that's a good deal. I don't know how much you got or if you ever got any, but the way me hear you squealing, that means that you don't have $1 billion deal. It's your franchises. So KFC dominate Jamaica. Where's your franchise? You see what I say? So therefore, you complain on social media, say, boy, they're chopping the countryman and they're robbing you and so forth. But they have a right to. Because you have become passive, Usain. You don't really have any backbone when it comes to mental fortitude and for demand what you want. That is why the man put you in dress and test you and know so you'll be broken. Because real man would have stepped up and demand that. Look at Federer. Look at Federer lifestyle. Look at Messi lifestyle. Look at Ronaldo's lifestyle. Look at all of them great white athlete lifestyle. Them have them yacht, them have boat, them they are Dubai, they have Monaco, them all them places. You stuck up in a Jamaica. Say you loyal. Are they loyal to you? The Jamaicans are not loyal to you. Me a Jamaican, you are a Jamaican. Are the Jamaicans loyal to you? If they were loyal to you, they would never chop you. If they were loyal to you, they got your money already. But did you get your money? You don't get no money. You understand me? The government are working for you. When you really look at it, Holness sold his share before SSL got collapsed. I don't know if he got some insider information, but you know how the political thing work. You know? But what happened is that I don't believe you're going to get back your money. So you have to look and reassess yourself and say, how do I build back my empire? Go talk to Shaquille O'Neal. Look how many franchises Shaq owned. Shaq owns so many franchises and theaters all over America making a killing. Why don't you go talk to them? The Bible says there is safety in the midst of wise counsel. You saying come out of your comfort zone. That's why the man might chop you. You talk about your countryman. Countryman what? It doesn't matter where you're coming from. Look where Leachin come from. Leachin come from country Jamaica, but Leachin step out and come to Canada and build him empire. Have you ever had a chance to go and talk with Leachin? You understand me? You have such global brand and you don't get a ball about $12 million when you're losing $1 billion. So my dear brother, take some time and go and have a conversation with Michael Jordan. You need proper advice how to establish your global brand. Have a meeting with Magic Johnson. Have a meeting with Shaquille O'Neal. You need to come out of the island box, Usain. So Usain, my brother, how come you're physically strong and become mentally weak? Weird. You are missing out on big money. You should be flying on your corporate jet and spending a month in Hong Kong, a month in Africa, a month in Brazil, a month in London, and establish your brand more. And in the meantime, you're exposing the children how the rich and powerful function. There is no bad publicity, none at all. What you need to do every year, you need to show your new release of brand shoes and fly to different countries and expose it so you can make your money. You as the GOAT, you've been silent, and I don't like that. Because guess what now? The Olympic you should stand up and say, nah, the Olympic board need to pay every winner for the 100 meter $1 million. The second one need to get $500,000. You have a voice and you need to use it to help others to get paid. You stay there silent, Usain Bolt. Shame on you. I love you, my brother. You need to have some backbone. You're an ambassador. Stop thinking about you and try to help the other youths them because they don't know. The Olympic Committee need to pay them more. The Diamond League is paying them peanuts while the organizers are making the money. Is that fair, Usain? So my brother, I hope you listen to this blog. And please, send it to Usain. It is not to condemn Usain. It's for him to look within himself and know that they chop him because he's not paying attention. He got comfortable and he trusts them too much. Reassess your contract and start get places all over the world and start to expand your brand and make your money. And in the meantime, Usain, my brother, remember, I can be a consultant. When you make $1 billion, Usain, or maybe $500 million, I only need 10 million. Me not greedy. Just give me 10 million. And I'll turn over that 10 million into 100 million. Trust me, Usain. He's a rich man. Now you have restaurants. I believe you're building an apartment. But that's small stuff, Usain. Usain, you are a global brand, a global icon. Usain, if I were you, I'd look at my Puma contract very well. I'd get an expert. I would get maybe a team from the US, Michael Jordan and big people, and look at my contract. And see if it's not pleasing, would I make a move? Because guess what? Michael Jordan stopped playing basketball many years ago. But look at Michael Jordan, he's wealthy. Although I said he's getting chopped because if he's still at the 5%, he's getting chopped because the more your demand comes for your goods, you need to increase your percentage rate of what you get. Although Nike is manufacturing them. Now think about this, Usain. If your contract with Puma is up at a certain time, you need to start to look at the global audience. You can talk with Nike, maybe you're not running against, so maybe Nike wouldn't take you. But let me say this to you, Usain. China has 1.4 billion people, brethren. China has 1.4 billion people. The Chinese love you. The Asians love you. You know, we're programmed with the Western world and believe that everything in the Western world is the all and in all. We believe that there's no money anywhere in the world than in the West. China is worth about 19 trillion. A whole lot of money in China. Whole lot of money in Asia. Look at Kyrie Irving when he said something anti-Semitic and Nike dropped him. Kyrie Irving signed up with Anta. You look at your deal with Puma and say, is this worth it? Or if you buy a house in Singapore and start to head over to China there and do a deal with them and do some exhibition and so forth, think of how many millions and billions of dollars you'll make, you say. Think about that. Where is your athletic drink like Gatorade? Where is your athletic drink? There's so many things you can market, Usain. But Jamaica is small. It's a small place, Usain. You can only go so far, and every time you make your money, them chop you. You need to start to go global, brethren. Have you gone to Dubai? Have you gone to Bahrain? Have you gone to Qatar? When you look at it, so brethren, come out of your comfort zone. You know that comfort is the enemy to success, and stop limiting yourself and ball about $12 million. Attacks about them chap countrymen and them foolishness there. Brethren, get out of your comfort zone and start to move your brand elsewhere. You understand me? You could have a company already, a Chinese manufacturer, make all your apparel then, brethren.
Welcome back. So in this video, this brother from Jamaica, who is a brother of the Prime Minister Andrew Holness, shares this advice or critique to the legend Usain Bolt, who has lost some money to this investment company in Jamaica. So the company is SSL Investment in Jamaica. They have been involved in a fraud, and a lot of investments with them have been lost. So one of the people who lost his money is popular athlete Usain Bolt. He kept his money with this investment company, and he has lost his investment. So this is an advice or a critique on how this whole thing unfolded to him. And I believe if he's able to take one or two advice from what this gentleman stated in this video, it will really be of very great value to him, in the sense that whenever an athlete, or if you have a talent, let me put it this way, if you have a talent and your talent is shown forth to the world and you become popular and famous, it attracts a lot of attention to you. A lot of people would like to associate with you. A lot of companies would like to associate with you. A lot of brands will also like to work with you. So you need to have a very strategic and business mind. Now, your mindset should be strong in the sense that you should be able to make money of every opportunity that comes your way. The majority of these athletes and famous people, whenever they arrive at fame, they tend to enjoy the fame more than the finances that they have to get from the fame or the attention that is given to them. Now, in the case of Usain Bolt, this man made a sharp comparison between Usain Bolt and Michael Jordan, where he states that Michael Jordan is able to make about 11% of the sales of each product of Nike, whereas Usain Bolt is almost making nothing. Now, he says that Usain Bolt has made a lot of achievements as compared to that of Michael Jordan. Meanwhile, Michael Jordan has been able to use his fame and the attention that he got to be able to get investments or businesses, and he has been able to raise a lot of assets because of the strong mindset that he has. Whereas on the other hand, Usain Bolt, even though he believes was very popular and famous and achieved a lot in the track and field, he was not able to build his income or his net worth so high. He stated that Usain Bolt could have raised $1 billion, yet he is not able to raise such an amount of money. Now, in the investment company, Usain Bolt lost about $12.7 million. So I don't know how the investment is, but maybe he went there to deposit the money for the company to use it for a period of time and then pay some interest on the money that was deposited over there. And nowadays, the rate at which fraud is escalating is very high. There are a lot of companies that go around, gather people's assets and finances and defraud them of their money. So Usain Bolt, keeping his money over there, ended up losing all his money. So this gentleman's advice was that if he had signed a contract with one of these shoe companies, I think he mentioned Puma, he could be able to make some percentage of every single unit of shoes that was sold by the company, just as Michael Jordan is earning. For every shoe that is sold by Nike, he has a percentage in it, and this in a way is helping him financially. Also, he says Usain Bolt should have looked at the real estate industry, because this real estate industry is growing, most especially in Africa, where there are a lot of housing deficit. all companies that come in to invest are able to multiply their investment. So he also advised that Usain Bolt should take a look at such an area. And I believe this is a very great area in the sense that I have heard people who are able to make about 100% return on investment in the real estate industry in my country, for instance. So these are some of the advice that he gave to Usain Bolt, even though it feels a bit of, it's difficult for him, but I think if he's able to take this as a critique and not a way to see it as an insult, but rather a critique, I think he will be able to take one or two key words or points from this, and this will be able to go a long way to help him. Now, he says that the mindset of the black people is not so strong in terms of making money, and I totally agree with him on this. Majority of black people do not have a high financial IQ. So whenever they are approaching fame and they are getting all the attention and all that, it is difficult for them to build a business around the fame in order to cash out a lot of money and increase their net worth. So if Usain Bolt picks up this advice, I think it will go a very long way in helping him financially, and he will be able to recover from this shock of losing such a huge chunk of money that he has. Let me know what you think about this issue in the comment section below. Don't forget to share this video to your friends and your family on WhatsApp, Facebook, X, Instagram, and other social media platforms. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just click the subscribe button down here. Click on the subscribe button. Click also on the notification bell. And I would like to see you again in my next video.